in the game.
Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sir Nick, and this is The Road to the Masters.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present this first step on the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Quinta, California and PGA West, it's the opening round of the first tournament of the new year, the American Express. Well, it's been a long off-season. Everyone here looking to get their new year off on the right foot. What better place to do it than right here in La Quinta as we see what's going on here in round one. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. So let's get out and join the fray as we pick things up on the tee at the par 5 11th. Frank, this is our golfer's first ever tournament as a professional on the PGA Tour. Now, you played a number of years on the European Tour before coming stateside, but take me back. What do you remember about your professional debut?
Oh, it's huge, Rich. I can remember it like yesterday. I was 19, and just how nervous you get. I was lucky enough that I had some friends that were professional golfers, and they took me aside, and they said, listen, you got 2 arms, you got 2 legs. You're just like everybody else in the field. Don't give in to them. But the nerves, too, you know, you feel like you're in somebody else's body, but they said the other bit of advice I got, nerves mean you care, so don't ever want to play without them. So great advice, too. And this is a moment that they will always remember, your debut on the PGA Tour.
Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Uh-oh, that's trouble over there. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. So now after the drop, this is going to be his 5th shot into this par 5. No, that's offline and directly into the water. So add one more stroke because of the penalty, as this will be shot number 7 coming up. Oh. Nope, just not enough earth there to slow that ball down, and it is going to wind up in the hazard. And that is into the water, and I think before any clubs go in there with it, I would just write double par on the scorecard and move along. You know, Frank, this is a great setting for kicking off the new season. This Palm Springs area weather is almost ideal every single year. It's kind of like golf in a dome. So what's the secret to being successful on desert courses like this? Because we've seen some really low scores through the years.
Rich, you nailed it. Dome-like conditions means everybody's going to go low. You're not really worrying about cross breezes. Plus, add that in that it's a relatively flat track. That means there's no elevation changes really to consider. Green's also relatively flat, so get that ball on the putting surface. Greens aren't overly quick, but really anything inside 20 feet, you're going to have a good look at it. And don't keep looking at that leaderboard, because if you think you're going to make birdies, everybody else is doing the same thing. Pedal to the metal.
Hoping just to get this on somehow, his 2nd from the fairway bunker.
Well, it was a good strike out of the fairway bunker, but that green side bunker just lapped up that shot.
Yeah, that line may be a little too difficult. This is on the green, but not anywhere near the hole. Not quite enough pace on that putt. You can see the frustration building. That is not a great putt there. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Look what we have here, more water. 214-yard par 3 13th, offering little bailout right and water left. Accuracy off the tee is the key here. Oh, look out. That's too far left. Oh, and that is into the hazard. That ball just got up into that right to left breeze and could not work its way back. Okay, so the drop made, and this will become his third at the par 3.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Time to move on to the next hole. Once again at PGA West, we're looking at a hole that's not overly long. It'll tempt you 389 yards. The key, keep it away from that bunker on the right side of the fairway. So you're favoring the left. If you get it where you're supposed to, then you can access the whole location. Birdie's a good possibility here. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second. And that is not the spot to be.
I can't sugarcoat it, but it's been a mash around the greens all day today.
So that not his best, and this part of his game has been disappointing to say the least today.
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, so that one finished off for double bogey. And that's going to move him all the way down to plus 10. As we arrive at 15 and head back toward the clubhouse, we come to the hole they call Turning Home, a 468-yard par 4, and the second hardest hole at PGA West. Have to be straight off the tee, as there are bunkers on both sides of the fairway. And just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic to say the least.
He went with the flop shot. All credit there, just not enough speed. Ball comes up considerably short.
Don't be short. Just another couple of turns, Frank. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. So one round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par fours to really make you think. And then there's enough opportunity. Some of those short par fours and par fives, they're certainly gettable. So I think it bodes well for the remainder of this tournament.
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us on the road to the Masters. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sunny La Quinta, California, live second-round coverage of the opening tournament on the tour schedule, the American Express. What a great time of year to be here in La Quinta. If you come in July, expect temperatures north of 110 degrees. But now, here in January, this is perfect as we check our Day 2 leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. We'll head out to the action at the par 3 13. So as we continue along with this second round coverage of the American Express, our featured golfer playing in their first ever PGA Tour event. Some ups and downs yesterday. The nerves showed here and there. Frank, what'd you see?
Nerves really, Rich. That was a choppy round. But if I look beyond that, I see a little bit of a rough diamond. Going to take a little polishing, but deep down, I think there's game there.
So the option here is try again from the tee, and this will be the third shot coming up. And that'll be a tricky leave for double bogey.
Everything's just been a fraction off on this hole. No different there.
Okay, that'll mitigate things a little. It is still a double bogey, though, here at the par 3. And he's going to fall even further below par. Arriving now at the 389-yard par 4 14. Bunker on the right side of the fairway, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee. Once again at PGA West, we're looking at a hole that's not overly long. It'll tempt you, 389 yards. The key, keep it away from that bunker on the right side of the fairway. So you're favoring the left. If you get it where you're supposed to, then you can access the whole location. Birdie's a good possibility here. That's up the left side.
Rule number 1 in golf, have a short memory. You can see why. Double bogey at the last and now a missed fairway. Too much thought about what happened before, not what you want to do now.
So that first round as a professional didn't quite go as planned. Nota Begay III was following the action. Nota, how does a young golfer rebound?
Well, it was the first round and the first event of what is going to be a very long season. Player just has to come back, figure out what went wrong, try to make the appropriate changes to get things moving back in the right direction, and hopefully build some momentum headed into what's going to be a very demanding season.
Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. Yeah, that's good putt. That was a slippery one, but that's well done. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. 15th hole, not surprisingly, is called Turning Home because we're headed toward the clubhouse now. It's 468 yards of par 4, and it's the second toughest at PGA West, so this is all you want. Need to be straight off the tee. If you can get it in play and away from those bunkers on the left and right of the fairway, 4 is a good possibility, and you'd be happy to make par here. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. The PGA Tour season kicking off here at PGA West in La Quinta, California, and we're back at it next week. Frank will make the 2-hour drive down to La Jolla and Torrey Pines outside of San Diego for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just such a good time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. It's just stunning. I mean, rain, hail, or shine, this is just a beautiful part of the world. If you don't like beautiful countryside and coastline, I mean, there's something wrong. This is gorgeous. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop. Bogeyed the previous hole, and looks like it's going to be even worse here.
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. Oh, this is where the game becomes so cool sometimes. This is a really good par 5 here, the 16th at 600 yards. If you're able to avoid the bunker on the left side of that fairway, you'll have a good chance to get up either on the green or near the green. What you want to avoid, obviously, is that enormous bunker up by the green. If you do end up in there, you may have a problem getting out. Uh-oh, this is well left. Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. Nah, that's not going to escape it. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and that's going to keep him right where he is. Well, you know when a hole is nicknamed Alcatraz, it is oftentimes not the most pleasant experience. The 17th hole's only 168 yards, but we're looking at an island green, and we're looking at all sorts of trouble, and we're looking at the pressure ratcheting up late in the round. This one has your attention, and on this shot, you need to be almost perfect. Oh, no. That ball just had a mind of its own there. No way to get it to stop, and it winds up in the water. So, back to the tee box we go as he'll try again at the par 3. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. We finish up our round at PGA West at the 439-yard par 4 18. Key here, avoiding the water running down the left side of the fairway. It is best to favor the right side, but you have to avoid the bunkers there as well. Knew it right away. That is way left. Well, I hate to say it, this is becoming a theme into the hazard again. I hope it doesn't become a meme. Water on the last hole and wet again here. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. And here it is, the final approach shot of the day. not a very good lead there. That comes up a good 10 feet short. This from about 10 feet. Time to pick up and move on. So our featured golfer here, Frank, not going to play the weekend in that first ever PGA Tour event, but you have to figure there will be brighter days ahead.
No question about that. I mean,
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From a stunning setting, Torrey Pines Golf Course in Southern California, it's opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Situated high on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean, what a golf course, Torrey Pines, and what a weekend we should have in store as we look at the leaderboard here in round one. A former major champion, Keegan Bradley, is the leader. He's at 3 under par here in the early going. We'll join the action on the tee at the par 3 11. Here at Torrey Pines, Frank, and I think you would agree, this is one of the prettiest settings on tour. Ocean to the west, Del Mar north of us, La Jolla and San Diego to the south. But let's talk about our featured golfer here. Things didn't go so well out in the desert. It was a missed cut at PGA West. What would your advice be for how to attack things this week?
well, first and foremost, every great player, or every player that I've known over the history of this game has trunk slammed it more than once in their career. You put those clubs in the car and drive to your next event, try and change the mojo, get rid of the bad vibes. But this is a stern test this week. This is enough to get the concentration back. But, you know, I'm going to say this many a time in their career. You've got to hit the reset button. And this is the time too, because the golf course demands too much out of you. Yesterday, last week, is long gone.
Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just like run to the next tee.
Nearly had it, just going to wander a foot or so by. Safely in, it's a bogey here at number 11. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. We're here, of course, at Torrey Pines, the South Course. Long history of this event in San Diego, dating back to 1952. It's been here at Torrey since 1968. A lot of great winners. Frank, you've played the course a number of times. Overall, what are the things that a young golfer like this needs to keep in mind this week?
You have to remind yourself it's just a plain, hard, straight-up golf course. And plus, it's going to play every inch of its length because of the marine layer that often comes in. So you have that very dense air. We're obviously at sea level. And plus the Poana greens. You're going to miss the odd short putt. You can't let that get to you. You look around the leaderboard, you don't see the same 60-nothings that we saw the week before.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. Now back toward the ocean. This his second at 12. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Nota Begay III is with us, and Nota, I always thought, and you would know better having been there, that learning to deal with disappointments, with setbacks, is absolutely crucial to becoming a successful professional player. So our featured golfer is back after missing the cut in their professional debut. What is the proper mindset as you try to rebound?
Well, the process at the professional level on the PGA Tour is about trial and error. You go out there and you apply the strategies that you think are going to work. If they don't work, you come back, you correct what you think went wrong, and then you come back out the next week and you try to make it right.
This is a good hole right here. Giant 621-yard par 5, the 13th. You have to hit a massive tee shot, and if you want to get home you need to really bust that second one. It has to be 260 yards of carry. Good luck and get after it. Oh, that came out funny, and it started way left.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough. The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. And be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot. But really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. We now arrive at the 437-yard par 4 14th at Torrey Pines. The canyon running along the left side of the fairway is the danger here. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at, but obviously you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there. And that ball going to land in the bunker, but fortunately it doesn't appear to have plugged. So this is second now, trying to get this out cleanly. Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short.
Fourth shot ahead here, fairway bunker. Make sure you take enough loft. You want to get it over that lip, carry that ball all the way to the green.
Needs a good one here. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.